is difficult to know what to do with so much happiness. With sadness, there is something to rub against, a room to tend lotion and claw. When the world falls in around you, you have pieces to pick up, something to hold in your hands like tickets of the change. But happiness floats. It doesn't need you to hold it down. It doesn't need anything. Happiness lands on the roof of the next house figure. It disappears when it wants to. You are happy either way. Even the fact that you once lived in a peaceful tree house and now live over a cry of noise and dust cannot make you unhappy. Everything has a life of its own. It too could wake up filled with the possibilities of coffee cake and ripe peaches, and love even the floors need to be swept, the soiled linens, and scratched records. Since there is no place large enough to contain so much happiness, you shrug, you raise your hands, and it flows out of you into everything you touch. You are not responsible. You take no credit, as a night sky takes no credit for the moon, but continues to hold it and share it, and in that way be known. Thank you.
New dress shoes, new blazer, hair picked out, new place, new floor, new people. I feel greatness in between these four walls. With it being magical and mystical, almost unbelievable that it exists. I like the people and the people like me. We all enjoy the same thing. They are like me. We all dress the same. They are like me. We all talk the same. They are like me. I fit in with people and the people fit in with me. My expectations were fulfilled, and expectations of me fulfilled expectations. This is everything I've dreamed of. Now, I had that dreadful alarm clock ringing. Open my eyes, I pick up my clothes, get ready for my regular old routine. With experiences I have to learn as I go. Now, I strive for greatness. Now, I understand life has options, opinions, and mountains. Now, I realize my dream was my mountaintop. Thank you.
Dancing on a stage as people stare, I love to be seen as my feet are bare. I look to the left and see the crowd as I perform my greatest dance move of all, dancing on the stage as people stare. When I dance, I add a special flair. The audience claps and cheers, my feet are bare. The feeling of freedom in dance, nothing else compares to the rare and beautiful way I move on stage, dancing on the stage without a care. My last dance, I'm the best dancer anywhere. I touch the stage and turn, my feet are bare. The music is like a miracle. Light and warm is floating through the air. I touch the stage and spin mid-air and land so graceful, connected, my feet are bare. Thank you. We plant seeds in the ground and dreams in the sky, hoping that someday the roots of one will meet the upstretched limbs of the other. It has not happened yet. We share the sky, all of us, the whole world. Together, we are a tribe of eyes that look upward, even as we stand on uncertain ground. The earth beneath us moves quiet and wild, its boundaries shifting, its muscles wavering. The dream of sky is indifferent to all this, impervious to borders, fences, reservations. The sky is our common home, a place we all live. There we are, in the world, together. The dream of sky requires no passport. It will not be fenced, it will not be a crime. Look up, stay a while, let your breathing slow. Know that you always have a home here. Thank
you. In West Africa, where jollof rice is being made, the pot sizzles as we fry ingredients. We make this food with all our love. Each plate is a gift from our heart. To laughter and smile as we make our food, we begin to say, your jollof rice can't beat mine. As that phrase is said, the battle starts. Nigeria versus Ghana. Who has the best jollof rice? Is it Nigeria's hot rice or Ghana's sweet but strong jollof rice? In the end, when the plates are lit clean, who can say which rice is better? Is it Nigeria's spicy rice or Ghana's sweet but flavorful rice? Each grain is a piece from our soul. Jollof rice has been a story passed down, no words left untold. The Nigerian calm, the Nigerian spice, the Ghanaian calm. Two countries, one love, one taste. In the end, we all eat, we all laugh. The rights unites us as we remember that food, like life, has no borders. Thank you.
Wake up, greet the sun, and pray. Burn cedar, sweetgrass, sage. Sacred herbs to honor the lives we've been given, for we have been gifted these ways since the beginning of time. Remember that when you step into the arena of your life, your ancestors are always in your corner, along with your people. When we enter this world, we are born hungry. Our spirits long for us to love our traditions that have been passed down for generations. Prayer, ceremony, dance, language, our ways of being. Never forget that you're put on this earth for a reason. Honor your ancestors. Be a good relative. Thank you.
My mom, a person who takes care of me every day, a person who helps me, spends time cooking tamales, sopes, and soup with chicken. A person who feeds me every day. My mom is the peace that she brings me. She is a person that always protects me, like a shield covering me or a sword around me. Oh, I love my mother's. No, my mother. No, my mom is everything to me. She is a. I see God in my mom because she is someone that loves me a lot. I love my mother so much, even if she gets mad at me, even if she couldn't have time with me. My mom, how she brings joy and love every day. Having this kind of family is truly peace.
Love is not all. It is not meat, nor drink, nor slumber, nor roof against the rain. Nor yet a floating spark to men that sink, and rise and sink, and rise and sink again. Love cannot fill the thickened lung with breath, nor clean the blood, nor set the fractured bone. Yet many a man is making friends with death, even as I speak, for lack of love alone. It well may be that in a difficult hour, pinned down by pain and moaning for release, or nagged by once past resolution's powers, that I might be driven to sell your love for peace, or trade the memory of this night for food. It well may be, I do not think I would.
Outside world is rage against the people. There are people going crazy ignoring crimes, searching to find peace, yet we aren't equal. And anger feels harsh in the light of daytime. Why can't the rain stop? Why can't it be light? Can people be peaceful for once at least? Sometimes it feels like never ending night. As people wonder why our world is saved, as people wonder why there isn't light, whose job is it to break through all the bad and finally even make us feel good? If it's one thing to say, let there be peace, the earth need to turn, bring this world to cease. Thank you.
I thought of happiness, how it is within, out of the silence of the empty house each day, and how it is not sudden and is not given, but its creation itself like the growth of a tree. No one has seen it happen, but inside the bark, another circle is growing expanding ring. No one has heard the root go deeper in the dark, but the tree is lifted by this inward work, and its plum shines, and its leaves are glittering. So happiness is woven out of the peace of hours, and strikes its root deep in the house alone. The old chest in the corner, cool wax floors, White curtains, softly and continually blown as the air moves quietly about the room. A shelf of books, a table, whitewashed walls. These are the dear familiar gods of home, and the growing tree is green and musical. For what is happiness? But growth is peace, a timeless sense of time when furniture has stood a lifespan in a single place. As the air moves, the old dreams stir. As the air moves, the old dreams stir. The shining leaves of happiness. The, but the people, but where people have lived, the in and inwardness, the windows, the windows are shining over the mountains, and the walls are kind. Thank you.
The pattern blue, red, and white colors with two stars live through my veins. My blood is made from two immigrant parents coming from the southern end of Central America. My heritage is rough and most included. The passionate sound of drums echoes in your ears and moves in waves over your mind. The indigenous dances and traditions that my ancestors enjoyed. Iconic food like patacones, empanadas, tamales, and plantains remind me of my grandmother's cooking. Every time I close my eyes, I remember the calming ocean in Panama, the vivid rainforest filled with mesmerizing animals, the beautiful canal that takes you to the other side of the ocean. Seeing people from a diversity of descendants come to this beautiful country and have Hispanic heritage. But this moment is at its best in November, when the independence celebrations are at the highest, seeing the country at its fullest. Thank you.
If I was president, I help people be a good representative and not lead to profanity. As people stay repetitive, the news will report neatly as the issues stay relevant. I'll be there. I'll be the rebuttal. I'll be there for the rebuttal and begin in a position of greatness.
Which is ever so nice. So, I'm willing to take risks for the country and roll the dice. But as a poetic melody, the world is full of treachery. Mile to mile, a trail shall stay under me. I'll be the role model, the one to step up as I must. We win, as we stand and forever.
God.
I love my dad. He's always near. He helps me out when times are hard. With him, I have nothing to fear. He's by my side year after year, through every challenge, strong and tough. I love my dad. He's always near. When I'm confused, he's crystal clear. His wisdom always feels strong and secure. With him, I have nothing to fear. We laugh, we talk, there's always cheer. His jokes are extreme, but never too tough. With him, I have nothing to fear. No matter what, he holds me close. His love is endless, strong, and solid. I love my dad. He's always near. No matter what, he holds me close. I love my dad. He's always near. With him, I have nothing to fear.
Late December grinds on down. Slate on slate scatters a cold light of snow across a field of brittle leaves. Each footstep cracks a stalk. The pigments have been dragged, earthwards and collapsed. The groundhog curls among the roots curling. Towards home, I peel blossoms and froze them up from my pink legs and pull off birds that wait for wind or the flashing red fox. In my jacket pocket, I find a beech nut, slightly cracked open, somehow fallen there. And enfold inside of it, a spider that unclenches yellow in my steaming palm. A spider that is the sun. Thank you.
You've been there since day one, catching me every time I fall. I could never get rid of you, even if I wanted to. You're the band-aid to my wound, the medicine to my sickness. Though I can be tough, you always come back around just like a boomerang, by my side again. Always together,
Like a baby chick and its mother, they rely on each other. Reminds me of us. You might not know it, but you're the light when I'm in the dark. You're the sun when I'm in the clouds. You're my rainbow when I'm feeling blue. I could tell you 100 ways how much I care.
How will I know if I have made it one day? If I come home from work with no exhaustion, no sheen of sweat like my parents have? How will I know if I have done enough in my life? If I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it all? What if I never succeed? What if I let down all of those who believed in me? What is it that drives me? A plenitude of money, supposedly I'll have one day, even though it might never happen. Is that what it means to succeed? When I have so much money, I don't even know what to do with it all? That's not what I want for my life. I don't want to be complacent. I want my life to matter. I don't care what people think of me. I don't even care if I end up having no money at all. As long as I can lay on my deathbed, knowing that I lived my life the way I wanted to, not how others would have had me live. But is that what it means to succeed? Can I succeed in society while living my life the way I want to? Can I have wealth without it corrupting me one day? Is the source of all corruption just money? We all move towards money. That's how I pictured one to succeed. Having everything they could ever want and need. At the end of the day, you have to pay to live your life. Whether it's me or anyone else, we are judged based off what we have. But that indescribable wealth some people have, all that money, it can get to one's head. Maybe they are better than me because of what they have. Maybe they did succeed. But what drives them to continue with their life? What goal do they have so that they can wake up every day? They just live every day with everything that they have and enjoy their life. I don't have that type of money, nor do I want it. I don't want to succeed that way. That's not me. Thank you.
A moment of pleasure, an hour of pain, a day of sunshine, a week of rain, a fortnight of peace, a month of strife. These taken together make up life.
One real friend to a dozen foes. 2 open gates against 20 that's closed. Prosperity shared, then adversity's knife.
These, my friends, make up life. At daybreak a blossom, at noontime a rose. At twilight 'tis withered, at evening 'tis closed. The din of confusion, the strain of the fife, these with other things make up life.
A smile then a tear, like a mystic pearl. A pause then a rush into the mad world.
A kiss then a stab from the traitor's knife. I think you'll agree with me that this is life.
Gather up whatever is glittering in the gutter, whatever has tumbled in the waves or fallen in flames out of the sky. For it is not only our hearts that are broken, but the heart of the world as well. Stitch it back together, make a place where the day speaks to the night and the earth speaks to the sky.
Whether we created God or God created us, it all comes down to this. In our imperfect world, we are meant to repair and stitch together what beauty there is. Stitch it with compassion and wire. See how everything we have made gathers the light inside itself and overflows.
A blessing. Thank you.
You are a star. You are a shining light. You can be tough, but still, I love you. Sometimes you are annoying, but still, you know how to make me happy. You're more than my sister. You're my best friend. You're the one I go to when I need help. The reason I know you is because it's funny. I know you hate when I do it, but still, I don't care. But still, I love you more than you'll ever know. You are like my other half. Although we are not twins, you make me feel whole. I dedicate this ode to you. Thank you for helping me find my peace, supporting my peace, destroying my peace, protecting my peace, upsetting my peace. Thank you.
For the past 13 years, I running after someone who started the chase years ago, took off at the starting line, and never looked back at who was behind them. I didn't know I was competing. Sometimes I'm still a 5-year-old girl, despising the day dedicated to fathers. I cannot form this. I cannot form the slightest image of him in my head. I can neither remember the sound of his voice nor the last time I have heard it. People tell me I look like him. I assume we have the same nose. It's the only thing my mother and I don't share. Maybe him and I have the same laugh, same favorite movie. I would never know. I have been forced to accept the fact that he won't come back. I am trying to grow peace within that. I won't drown in my own pool of wonder and confusion. I have accomplished too much without him. This doesn't change how I miss him. You may ask me why I miss him if I barely know him. I miss the potential of him. I miss the role he could have had, the role my mother had to step into. I miss how he could understand how much I love styling my hair. Only my mother knows how much I love it. How he would be proud of every A I work for and bring home. He could love the way I set and spike the ball, the way I am a good friend, a good person. Mostly, I miss him for what he could have been and what he chose not to be. Thank you.
What I've written for you, I've always written in English. My language of silent endings never translated into your language of silent ages. Lo que he escrito para ti, siempre lo he escrito en inglés. Mi lengua llena de vocales mudas, nunca traducidas a tu idioma de H's mudas.
I transcribed all of your letters into poems that reconcile your exile from Cuba, but always in English. I've given you back the Guajiro roads you left behind, stretched them into sentences, punctuated with poems, but only in English. He transcrito todas tus cartas viejas en poemas que reconcilian tu exilio de Cuba, pero siempre en inglés. Te he devuelto los caminos guajiros que dejaste atrás, transformados en oraciones, puntuadas por palmas, pero solamente en inglés.
I have recreated the pueblecito you had to forget. Forced to be mountains up again, grown valleys of sugarcane, stars for you in English. He reconstruido el pueblecito que tuviste que olvidar. He levantado de nuevo tus montañas verdes, cultivado la caña, estrellas de tus valles para ti en inglés.
In English, I've told you how I love you cutting gladiolas, crushing ajo, setting cups of dulce de leche on the counter to cool, or hanging up the laundry at night under our suburban moon in English. En inglés, te he dicho cómo te amo cuando cortas gladiolas, machacas ajo, enfrías tazas de dulce de leche encima del mostrador, o cuando tienes la ropa de noche bajo nuestra luna en suburbia, en inglés.
I have imagined you surviving by transforming yards of taffeta into dresses you never wear, keeping Papa's photo hinged in mirror, and leaving the porch light on all night long. He imaginado cómo sobrevives transformando yardas de capitán en vestidos que nunca extrañas, la foto de papá guardada en el espejo de tu cómoda, la luz del portal encendida toda la noche.
Te he capeado en inglés en la mesa de la cocina, esperando que cuele el café, que hierva la leche y que tu vida acostumbre a tu vida. En inglés, has aprendido a adorar tus perdidas igual que yo. I've captured you in English at the kitchen table, waiting for the café to brew, the milk to froth, and your life to adjust to your life. In English, you learn to adore your losses the way I do. Thank you.
Ode to body image, how you ruin my vision. Like stepping in a puddle that was perfectly reflecting you. How my eyes are blurry with your influence. How you take the time out of my day just to ruin my smile. Bodies come in beautiful colors of black, brown, white, and tan. Your role in my life is to help me remember to be critical of myself. How my color isn't the beautiful one. How my shape isn't the thin one. How my face isn't a symmetrical one. I stand in front of a mirror, looking at myself, then I look to my phone and say I wish. But when you wish on a star, the star dissipates. I used to be thinner, I used to not care. They said you need to eat more, and I did.
If only I could eat and stay looking like Trinity, like Zendaya, but never Eugenia. Some say it's my height, others say genetics. Maybe I should just work out. Maybe I should need a waist trainer. Maybe I should wear more shaving clothes. Maybe I need to hide myself in hoodies. Oh, to body dysmorphia. They tell me I'm so skinny and small, but I feel it all in my walk. I can't be a model if I'm too big. I can't be a model if I have stretch marks. I can't be a model if I don't have the energy to move. Odes to hating my body. I hate the way I look. I have no one to run to, so I stay counting carbs and calories instead of focusing on getting what I need. But I cannot be satisfied until I see myself the way I want to see myself. Sometimes I feel like Abby, Ariel, and Jody. I relate to all of them. They say God created me in his own image. But why did I get the short end of the stick? I try to change and my body resists.
I've been fighting a war within myself all my life. Tired of the hurt, the pain, the strife. Anger consumes me from day to day. Sally's now walking on eggshells, unsure of what to say. I do pray each night for the peace I need in my heart. I need before I tell my friendships I have apart. Prison has a funny way of doing some things. Leaves me wondering what tomorrow may bring. I'm tired of the hate, anger, and pain that I feel. I just want my heart and soul to be healed. I want to even simply laugh at a joke. I need someone's help before I lose all hope. My heart is almost completely hardened with what I've been through. I need someone, anyone. Maybe that someone is you. I've been fighting a war within myself and I'm so tired, so nervous, scared, like I'm on a high wire. I hope I don't fall before someone catches me. But then again, maybe it's my destiny.
In most books and movies, there's an antagonist and a protagonist. Antagonist being the villain, protagonist being the hero. Everyone has a story to tell. They have their experience, a hero's journey of their own making. In my story, I'm the antagonist and the protagonist. How can you be the hero and the villain? I'm a chimera of my own making. I'm fighting my own war, holding back the fury, fending my demons, fighting my monsters. I'm supposed to be on my side, but instead, I'm knocking down my own towers of defense. Which part of me is my thoughts? My thoughts and I are separated. I feel depersonalized. My thoughts hold me back. I will be so close to the surface of the water, but then the weight drags me down. Insurmountable distance between me and the contentment I know I'm capable of feeling. No matter how hard I try, no matter how much effort I put in, I just can't seem to escape the darkness, swarming and swirling my mind. The darkness and quietness is so loud. Face your fears. But how am I supposed to face myself? How am I supposed to face my thoughts? How am I supposed to face something that isn't even tangible? My thoughts are like double-edged swords. Not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything that burns is bright. People just don't get how hard I try. They only see when I'm tired. So then I just get caught lazy. Say up, get up and do this, get up and do that. But I'm always doing and doing. They don't see the work that I do when they're not around. My overthinking gets in the way. It holds out his hand and I always grab it. I have no choice. It has a mind of its own. If overthinking was a test, I would get a 100. All the bonus questions, all the extra credit, with my antagonist plotting against me and my protagonist looking just like something I should fight against. Who gets to be the hero? I'm on survival mode, using creativity to find a moment of freedom. Can I stop fighting this war? I'm waving my white flag. But I'm constantly waging a war. I'm trying to fight it. My protagonist is trying to be the hero, so I'm trying to listen. My friends have become my mentor. So I'm trying to listen. My family have become my song, so I'm trying to hear it. And if love is the medicine, I'm trying to accept it. Thank you.
sit a few feet away from this hand fan that once advertised Amos Moses Barbershop in New Orleans. Or if you hold it under a dimly glowing light in the darkened, half-empty room, all you see are 18 black boys. Their moon-shaped heads tilted in slightly different directions, hair trimmed low or nearly bald, foreheads bulging like summer blooming bulbs. Their faces tell nothing of what they feel and see, what men they will become, and what they don't know of these they have yet to live. When eyes that look at them will shut, they will be unseen, untaught, passed by, forgotten, call other names, or arrested, handcuffed, in jail for crimes they didn't commit. Or maybe they will vanish in the night inside an alley, a forest, or a river, or be left to dangle and drip from a branch of a tree. And like clouds of smoke, their brown skin and charred dreams will eclipse rays beaming towards the feet of their children. Inside brightly lit crowded rooms built of race-etched stone walls, that gird and divide their country. These boys are the faces of all black men. Thank you.
A symphony of sound. A symphony of sound is something you hear every day, but you may not recognize the harmony, the traffic you face in the morning, or the flipping of pages in the library. You can hear it all. I hear many symphonies of sound. The still hush of a night drive after school while I stare at the moon. You may argue that silence is not sound, but I beg to differ. It's just mute sound. It's an air-like sound. A sound with its tongue tied, unable to voice its opinions. It's a muffled sound, drowned out by the voices of others. Sometimes sound can be conflicting. The sweet sound of harmony is so distant when it comes to conversations at the dinner table. It's not a symphony. Arguments over politics, judgmental snickers about what some relatives did last weekend. Noise fills my eardrums. At school, I hear a cacophony of voices and noise. Nasty rumors being spread. A kid being yelled at by a teacher for not staying in line. And my class being told that we are too far behind. And if you don't catch up, you'll be behind forever. I sit still in my seat. Noise compresses me. It's not a symphony, but a painful cacophony that plagues my everyday. I retain peace by returning to the symphony. There are times when I'm talking with a friend, playing a piece in band practice, or listening to my favorite song. That is when I'm at peace. That is when the world is at peace. And that is when all you can hear is the beautiful, the peaceful, and calm, a symphony of sounds. Thank you.
This is not a small love here. This is a large love, a passion for kissing, laying on his face. This is love that. Not a small voice here. It's a large voice commanding cities. This is the voice of Latanya, Kadesha, Shaniqua. This is the voice of Antoine, Daryl, Shikerra.
running over waters, navigating hallways of our schools, spilling out on the corners of our cities, and no epitaphs spill out from different mouths.
This is not a small love you hear. This is a large love, a passion for kissing, learn on his face. This is love that crowns the feet with hands, that nourishes, conceives, fills the water sails, mends the children, holds them inside our history where they toast more than the flesh, where they suck the bones off the alphabet and spit out the closed vowels. This is a love colored, iron and lace. This is a love initial, black genius. This is not a small voice you hear. Thank you.
My little brother is my peace. When he smiles and he lights up the room. The way he laughs makes me grin ear to ear. The way he giggles cheers me up whenever I'm down. I know I'll love and appreciate my baby brother for life, and I know he'll do the same. There's never a dull moment with him. He's always happy. Whenever I feel as if I don't fit in, I remember I will always fit in with this crazy kid. My baby brother feels like home. I was lonely before he was born, but now that he's here, I'm suddenly never alone. I will always be a good example for my baby brother, and I'll always be there for him. His big brown eyes are like the treasure I've been searching for. His hands are soft as baby powder. His smile is as precious as gold. He is my happiness. For him, it's always a fun time, a word of imagination that he sometimes brings me in. Having a little brother doesn't just mean having a sibling. It means having a best friend for life, someone that will always be there for you, someone that will be on your side forever. Sometimes I stress too much. Sometimes I still feel lonely. Sometimes life just isn't on my side, but my baby brother takes that all away. I know he doesn't know it because he's just a baby, but he's the best thing that has ever happened to me. The scent of baby powder and baby lotion surrounding his little baby body. Before my brother, I thought me, my mom, and my dad were the perfect little family. But I was totally wrong because my brother was the perfect addition to our little family. I am so lucky to have an amazing, adorable, and smart little brother like him. I hope one day he reads and thinks and says, dang, I really have a brother who loves me. Because Cohen, I love you with all my heart. Thank you.
This body, skin, now, sensitive, dry. See Dove soap, oil of Olay, shea butter. See middle school pimples plumping up the night before picture day, always on the chin or nose, dark. See slave, see Negro, see H7. See yourself playing on the playground when a white girl says, you must eat a lot of chocolate since your skin's so brown. Hair, now. See assimilation. See smoke from the hot comb crocheting the air, burning a sacred incense. See your mama parting your hair, brining on your internet. Hold your ear, baby, she tells you, so she can press Africa out. When a black girl asks, is it real? Say yes. When a white girl asks, can I touch it? Say no. See natural. Reference Angela Davis, Dorothy Pittman Hughes. Comb yours out. Twist yours like black licorice, like the lynching rope used on your ancestors' necks. Let it hang free. Hips, now. Reference Lucille Clifton and every other big girl who knows how to work a hula hoop. See Beyonce? Dance like her in the mirror. Do not be afraid of all your powers. You will not fit in most places. Do not bend, squeeze, contort yourself. Be big brown girl. Big white smile, big wild hair, big wanderous hips. Brown girl, be. Thank you. There are always boxes that we check. Lists we continue to create. The endless categories to fall into. We know how to put definitions on and categorize 99.9% of everything in the whole world. What's that 0.1% left over? You see, we never really know how to define black girls. What makes a black girl black? Is it the braids she wears that everyone calls too grown? Is it the way she talks back when she's being disrespected? Is it that sassy attitude that makes them seem ghetto? Or maybe it's the way her soft brown skin covers her. What makes a black girl girl? Is it the short skirts that show off too much figure? Is it the amount of time she spends doing her makeup? Is it the impatience of stepping into womanhood? Or is it the fact that these expectations will soon change her? Do I have all these qualities? Am I truly a black girl? Well, of course not. How can I be? I don't know what they'll put me as. The box to the left. The I'm definitely black, but my shade, not so much. You see, we're what they call the light skins. I mean, yeah, sure, we're lighter, but why won't you call me black? Why am I a joke to you? Why won't you believe me when I say that dark-skinned man is my father? Why don't I feel black? Do I have all these qualities? Am I truly a black girl? You say, of course not. How can you be? Am I too tomboy for you to call a girl? Should I wear makeup? Is my lip gloss not enough? Maybe I wear a full skirt. Be ready for womanhood. But why don't you agree? You put me into this category at birth, label and name me, yet you still laugh at me. So why don't you agree? Is it because I'm not girl enough for you? Sorry, I didn't know we had to grow up so fast. Is it because I'm not black enough for you? I'm sorry, I didn't know my shade made me know I'm into my own people. There are always boxes that we check. Lists we continuously create. The endless categories to fall into. Sorted by the littlest characteristics for every individual who, I guess we'll never know what truly makes a black girl. The endless categories to fall into. Sorted by the littlest characteristics for every individual who, I guess we'll never know what truly makes a black girl.
Once, the world was perfect, and we were happy in that world. Then, we took it for granted. Discontent began a small rumble in the earthly mind. Then, doubt pushed through its spiked head. And once doubt ruptured the web, all manner of demon thoughts jumped through. We destroyed the world we had been given for inspiration, for life. Each stone of jealousy, each stone of fear, greed, envy, and hatred put out the light. No one saw a stone in his or her hand. There we were, right back where we had started, bumping into each other in the dark. And now we had no place to live, since we did not know how to live with each other. Then, one of the stumbling ones took pity on another and shared a blanket. A spark of kindness made a light. The light made an opening in the darkness. Everyone worked together to make a ladder. A Wind Clan person climbed out first into the next world, and then the other clans, the children of those clans,
their children, and their children, all the way through time, to now, and to this morning light, to you. Thank you.
I have finally found something that'll listen. Something that will never judge me. Something that will comfort me not with words false and brittle, but with sound, soft and honest. This poem is about rain. It feels good knowing I'm not the only one who is absolutely pouring out on a gloomy day. The sound of raindrops hit the ground and my tears follow. Tears of heaven dropping onto my face and wetting my beautiful brown hair. Little miracles cleansing away all the terrible things that happen in life. Sometimes I sit there on my bed and all I can do is cry. And my tears feel like things will get better. My tears make me feel as if my life isn't so bad. That's why I love the rain. It has always made me feel at peace with myself. It's like my tears and the rain have always had some kind of connection. One that is distant, but will always be there. These tears feel like tears of relief, because these water vapors understand me more than anyone in my life has ever tried to. I find myself always so familiar with my rain. Always being locked away, like secrets people would never want to tell. Have you ever beat your fist against something, hoping it will turn soft, and yet with each step it grows more rigid? Have you ever tried to explain that something wasn't your fault? Have you ever tried to tell someone how you felt just to get ignored? Rain sees everything, the good and the bad. She makes everything better. When people are having a bad day, she doesn't curse them with sadness and gloominess. She blesses them with calming sounds. Rain heals me. I looked out my window one day and felt healed just from the sound of rain droplets. I instantly knew if anything in my life went wrong, that would be my peace. Just shh. Listen, do you hear that? The droplets that save me? The droplets that make me feel alive? The droplets that make everything better? When people ask me why I seem to love a gray, rainy day, I don't say, I don't know, I just do anymore. Now, I tell them to be quiet and listen. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I was crying. I could probably talk for another hour, 2 hours about how proud I am of every student that stepped on stage today and said their poem. You were phenomenal. I would like to invite our school president, Mr. Andrews, up on the stage to address you all for Poetry Out Loud.
Good morning, Mother Seton Academy. Good morning. Peace be with you. And also with you. I'm a great deal humbled to be up here because I've got to follow those young folks. But I do have a few words to share. A voice. A voice. We are all called to develop our own voice, or set of opinions, or set of values. And it should start early, even in middle school. While one's own voice will evolve, will change, will grow over time, it constantly refine for adulthood into old age. It's often the grandparents, the matriarchs or patriarchs of the family that speak with most authority because they develop the voice. Today, you have every reason to be as proud as I am, as it's difficult for many adults to express their voice, to convey their thoughts, to express an idea. Today we saw 60 young folks project their voice, give their opinion. And I would ask all of you to please rise and give them a round of applause. I don't think any of us would absolutely move to tears, myself included. We say, and it's often misquoted, it takes a village to raise a child. That's really actually incorrect. It takes an entire village to raise a child. And I'd like to thank every faculty and staff member who played a role in this wonderful expression of voice. Well, many of you may not know it. Students arrive here early in the morning to have breakfast. And they assemble. And the lights flick on and off. They gather for prayer. And every student, usually 4 per day, get up and lead the community in prayer. They have a voice. They are challenged to present in class. They are held to high standards, academic, personal, and social standards. Certainly want to thank the English teachers and everyone who worked to prepare our students. And I think everyone played a role in today. There was carrying chairs, where all I was assigned to was sweeping up the floor. They all made a wonderful assembly. I want to thank all the parents for entrusting us to the young folks. I want to thank especially Ms. Cottrell. Let's give her a round of applause. I feel truly blessed to be part of this community. And I'm the newest person here, only been here about 5 months. And I love it here. I love greeting the students every day at the front door. Some days are long, and some express the challenges of going to school every day. I did it every day for 20-some years, and then 41 years as a teacher, so I know what it's like sometimes. I do want to take this opportunity while I have you all here to thank all the parents and the Parents Association with their leadership, stepping up this year, and the outstanding job everybody did in 4 days to fund a whole host of activities for the Parents Association for our students, raised a ton of dollars. Outstanding. Thank you to the dedicated faculty and staff who care for our children and go the extra mile every day for them. And we're certainly blessed, and I want to thank publicly for his leadership in setting the tone, Dr. Shikerra. If you could give him a round of applause. We've been calling it, since I got here, the secret sauce. There is a secret sauce of success, and it involves all of us, teachers, parents, students. It makes this a special place, and I feel blessed and honored to be here. And I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and say congratulations to those 60 voices that absolutely blew me away. As for me, guys, I don't know what happens next, so I'm going to call Dr. Shikerra to bail me out. Go ahead and dismiss everybody. Tomorrow we have a special day as well. We're going to go out and visit the community of St. Joe's in Eldersburg. So, special day. We'll be back by 4:30. Doctor, bail me out.
Thank you, everyone. We've got a tight schedule. I don't know about this whole crime thing. There was just some dust going on back there. That's what I thought. But I would like to say this one thing to you. Poetry Out Loud is always a good time for us to see what Mother Seed Academy is all about. We got 6th graders watching, because they just got here. 7th graders choosing poems that give themselves the opportunity to voice their feelings, reciting those poems, practicing. Then we've got 8th graders who write their own poems. Really an opportunity for them to share their voice. It's that growth that we see. And I know that sometimes it's tough. Sometimes we have disagreements, but we're all in this for the same reason. We're in this so that the 8th graders can come up here and show who they are. We're in this so that the 7th graders can be next. And we're in this so that the 6th graders can become 8th graders in 3 years' time. I am very proud of them. I am grateful to all of you. And I know sometimes I may get on your nerves. That's okay.